What's going on, everybody, and welcome to your indie snapshot for today. Today, we're taking a look at a game that is currently on Kickstarter, looking for about $150,000, has 25 days to go, and has already raised $60,000 of its goal, which is pretty good for only being 5 days or so into the game, into the Kickstarter, and has already raised more than a third of what it's looking for. So, the important question that we have to ask then is, what is Chasm? And the easiest way I can kind of explain it to you is that it's an action RPG with a dash of Metroid and a dash of randomly generated dungeons. And that is the best way to describe it. It controls exceptionally well, has some very beautiful pixel art, and is really well put together so far. So without further ado, let's hit the start button, let's play, and let's talk about what's going on. So the story is you are a soldier coming home from war, passing through a remote mining town when you discover that the town itself, its mining villagers have gone missing. And you kind of have to figure out why and what's going on. So, as you can see right away, it's obviously kind of almost an SNES era kind of look to it. It's obviously pixel art, but it's a very beautiful, bright, vibrant pixel art. In the top left, we have our health and our mana. In the top right, we have the two most important buttons, our left hand and our right hand. This is going to come into play when we get into the dungeons. So we're going to go string up here for a second. We're going to talk to her. This supports the Xbox 360 controller and the keyboard, by the way. I've played it with both, and they both respond really well. It's just with this type of game, I am more comfortable playing with an Xbox 360 controller. So we've got the Gypsy. We can talk, we can buy. So let's see what she says. So you finally arrived. That means nothing to me, but if you say it again, that's all she says. Oops. We'll go to buy here. We can buy some stuff, which we can't quite yet because we don't have any money. We can sell. But that's going to come into play much later on. We jumped on top of the roof. And again, I have to say, the controls just feel so good. They just feel so tight. So we have another one here, blacksmith. Hello there, lad. You must be new in town. You should talk to the mine manager down the way. I'm sure it'll be of some use. All right, so we're going to go down to the mine manager. Not inside this. Actually, we're going to go in here because what he's going to have us do is go look for equipment. We're going to quickly grab this equipment because he's going to ask us to grab it. So we might as well do it while we're here. And we'll swing out. She's basically going to say, everybody is basically saying, go talk to the mine manager. So we'll go talk to the mine manager. We'll see what's exactly going on in this town. So we'll talk. Welcome to Karthus, stranger. You've arrived at a bad time, unfortunately. Not just 2 days ago, that stranger showed up outside town and then a quake hit. The miners never returned after the quake, and no one has been able to leave since to go for help. I can't explain it. You just end up walking in circles. There was the talk of a discovery in the mines before the quake, but I never got a straight answer from any of them. Seems like a good place to start to me, but first you better find yourself a weapon. Those mine rats are nasty critters. Try and find something in town to defend yourself with. So basically, anybody who tries to leave for help seems to walk in circles and they just can't leave. So he did find a weapon already. He's going to say, good, now we got to equip the weapon, so we will by hitting start. This is our menu. You're going to see there's our name. We have level and experience. We do level up as we play, gaining better stats along the way. We have all of our stats on the right-hand side. Strength is going to deal with our health, or our damage, by the way. Intelligence is going to deal with how much mana we have. Constitution, health, and luck. I don't know what that is. I assume that means luck. We also have our attacks and all that other wonderful stuff. So we're going to go to equip. We're going to equip our X hand here with a stone knife. That way we have it, and now he's going to say, good. He's going to give us a key to the mine, and we're going to head down to the mine. We're going to see the bulk of how this game is played. So X is going to attack. B is going to be punching if we want it. Let's see what happens when we leave. Let's see if anything happens. I bet you we just walk in circles. I haven't tried to, actually. I'm assuming that's what happens. Yep, that's exactly what happens. So far, what the immediate impressions that I had when I played this game right away is, outside of the tight controls and the gorgeous-looking pixel art, is that the music is subtle, but in such a way that it adds mood and tension and isn't overbearing. That is something I really like. So we're gonna floor 1. So here's where the randomly generated dungeon is gonna come in. It's gonna be multiple floors of stuff. Again, that is randomly generated with random loot and all that good stuff, and you need to make your way through it. It has that roguelike kind of style to it. So we picked up a Book of Blades. A Book of anything as a spell. Book of Blades is going to allow us to throw blades. Again, it's going to be considered a spell. Let's start exploring the mine. We're going to just do this dungeon as far as we can. Just kind of, oh, there's a rat in there. We're going to do this dungeon. We're going to play the dungeon here. And we'll see how far we can get. So the blue blobs that they drop is mana, which is good because we run out of mana pretty quick. And these rats are extremely nasty. So the gold little things that you see me picking up is obviously money. We can go out of town and go spend that money in order to get further into the dungeon if need be. The Metroidvania style comes from that, in that we need to constantly be kind of backtracking, essentially. There we go. What I did there is I hit that because, see that red stuff up there is explosive boxes. Keep an eye out for those. I've come across traps that do set those off. So we're going to go up here, and I love the little animation, kind of, whoop. We can just kind of bring these down here. I will collect all this money, like silkworms kind of dangling. And for anybody who is like me and a fan of roguelikes, you're immediately going to kind of love how this game is presented. Let's see if we can hit him. It doesn't look like we can. There we go. We can probably hit that rat from here. Maybe not. Well, it's one of those games, too, where you're going to want to attack all the monsters that you can, just to pick up any money they may end up dropping. If anything, to replenish your mana as well. Very similar to like how I don't want to say how missiles work in Metroid, but kind of similar to that. It looks like this might be a rat nest, which we can definitely do some damage to. We're only doing 3 damage right now, but as we kill things in level, that damage will go up in time. We picked up a banana, which I'm assuming can heal us. Alright, we killed him off. So let's go into our inventory real quick. Cures poison, loaf of bread, a rich dark chocolate. Let's eat some bread. I'm assuming that'll heal us up. Yep, it healed us actually to full. That might have been a little bit of overkill. But I don't know how much things are going to heal in time, and I think it's one of those things that's fun to kind of discover as you play. Goddamn silkworm. We'll do one of those. I was hoping to hit more than just him, but that's fine. We killed them all off. Gaining some mana back as we go. Itchy nose, and we're moving on. So what we got? This is the next level. I'm not going to want to go to the next level quite yet. I do want to explore everything I possibly can in this level before we move onward. I don't know what that red thing is. I think it's probably health. I leveled up, which is good. I picked up a... Oh, it was a ruby. Okay, good. So we could probably sell that. What is this? You feel protected. So there's shrines in the dungeons that will give you bonuses. A little... I wonder if it's timed, but little defense bonuses. So we leveled up. I don't think we can do anything. Nope, our attack and other things have gone up. Again, I'm going to explore as much of this dungeon as I can before moving onward, just to kind of make sure that I hit everything I absolutely need to and gain as much money as I can. One of the things that I do kind of have, I don't want to say a gripe with, but something that I don't necessarily like is that the monsters seem to respawn, and if they are going to respawn, what's going to stop me from going back and grinding away on the monsters and leveling up a ton before I move onward? What's going to stop me from doing that? Growth requires sacrifice. Okay. So maybe we need something to sacrifice. Let's see. We could probably drop the book and... Let's see if we can drop this. Drop. Oops, that didn't work. Let's try again. Just seeing if I can do this. Drop. Do it. Aha! Alright, so our intelligence went up 1. So we sacrificed our spell to up our intelligence. Now, I wonder if that's a direct correlation or just a coincidence. By dropping the spell book, we actually upped our mana capacity, but now we have no spells. So I wonder if we had dropped our dagger, if we would have potentially gotten more strength in turn. So again, my big concern is going to be that whole sustainability of clearing out a floor and the monsters respawning. Now, of course, this is just a demo of the game. You can get it at the Kickstarter page, which I'll link. But I do worry that it would be a bit too easy for somebody to grind away on the same level over and over and over again. So let's go this way. Though I guess that might end up being the challenge. Maybe the monsters level with you, and I'm just not aware of it. If that's the case, then I'll just eat my words. But I'm not quite sure that is in fact the case. Ow. There was a trap there. I gotta pay attention. Alright. Maybe they really do want you to grind away on monsters and stuff and go back and spend all of that money in the shop and just get better and better equipment. I'm assuming that's something they might want you to do. But for now, these are just my initial thoughts. That's a bomb. We're gonna skip that. I don't know if you saw that. But I do want to explore everything I possibly can in a particular area before moving on. Otherwise, I feel like I'm doing myself and this game a disservice, especially with just looking at the dungeons. Now, I do like how the background does shift as you walk. It's something that I think adds a nice aesthetic appeal to this. But another thing I'm going to be curious is how often does the dungeon floors change as you continue on? Are we going to be looking at the same kind of cave-looking background for the entirety of this game? And I hope that's not the case. Then again, we're too early in for me to make a judgment call on that. But again, just voicing some opinion. And this is, of course, going to be me very nitpicky because from what I've played, this game is absolutely solid on pretty much all levels. We're going to leave that little worm alone over there. We're going to see if we can just jump up here, but I don't want to get myself caught. So we leveled up again, which is good. We can do a little bit of that action. I can't get over just how solid the controls feel, by the way. Everything just feels really, really good. Looks like some mana. I'm assuming that well will, of course, give us a nice mana boost. Or at least replenish our mana. Or just heal us completely like any other fountain in any other game. So that's good. Good to know that's what that does. Again, I played a little bit of this game before, but I haven't played much of it. So you're learning. I'm kind of learning as I play, which is good. And I like that because it's going to allow me to get kind of some fresh impressions that you're going to get unhindered or unbiased, so to speak. But again, my impressions of the game outside of my really weird nitpicks is exceptionally good. I want to kill that. Critical. Okay, so if you hit from behind, you're going to get a critical hit. I like that mechanic a lot. These things don't really have a backside. What I wonder if we could do, I gotta pay more attention, is head out and spend the money that we've gathered. Ow. And again, grinding on rats is, you know, a dungeon kind of mainstay at this point in our lives. There we go, dead. Let's see if we can get to the exit here. And if we can, we could probably rest at the inn and heal up. So let's do that. Let's head out, and we'll swing back to the inn real quick. Head in here. What does he have to buy? Nothing, so we'll just head out. We could probably sell these rubies for a good chunk of change, but first we'll see if we can heal up. Buy. We don't want to talk. Alright, so it doesn't look like we can sleep at an inn and heal up, so we'll buy a couple of these right now. And then we'll go see if we can heal ourselves, or buy some better equipment from these guys. What do we got? We got a bandana, a protective bandana. We might want to grab that. A cloth tunic. Let's spend a good chunk of change to get a cloth tunic for now. And we'll equip. So this game is going to have a normal mode where you don't, and that doesn't have permadeath. Ooh, and it does kind of stick with you, which I'd like. It doesn't have permadeath, but there is going to be a hardcore mode, which is permadeath, which is, I have a feeling it's going to attract quite a lot of people to this game. But this is going to be a game I think I'd play more on the normal mode because it's going to require a lot of trial and error and exploration before moving onward. So let's eat up our fruit. Let's head to the exit of the dungeon and see if we can get there. That was terrible on my end, and that was as well, and that was as well. Oh man, that was rough. I really wish I had my spell. Maybe giving that up so early was a mistake. But you live and you learn. At least I figured out how it works now. And we'll gather as much money as we can before we head down. But I do want to see the next floor in the dungeon. Again, I want to see if one of my worries holds true, or at least to the second floor, which is going to be, does this game kind of change its background a little bit? Though it has changed it a little bit so far, with the background having been kind of that open chasm, and this being kind of a more... looks like, you know, man-made structures and scaffolding in the back with some lanterns and whatnot. Alright, so let's see if we can get there. We can just be on this for a little bit, get a little bit of money. I think straight is going to be the sacrifice something for... Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh. Okay. Sorry. Moving on. Alright, let's head to the next floor. What do we got? A rusty sword. So we got a stone knife, which doesn't do much. Our rusty sword is going to do a lot more, and it's going to have a bit of a bigger reach, which I actually like. So I wonder if I only get treasure in the beginning of each floor. I'm going to eat up some bread. Okay. I wonder if I need to duck to hit with this. We got bats. It looks like a new monster. Treasure chest, which is going to give us some chocolate and a bunch of money. Okay, we don't need to be crouching to hit with this and with the sword anymore, which is nice, though we might end up wanting to at some point. Okay, bats. Holy crap. Oh, Lord. Okay. Alright, some bread. I'm getting my butt kicked by a bat. I wish I had spells. I really wish I hadn't given away that spell book. We're just gonna leave the bat alone. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Monsters! Oh god, harder monsters. So maybe grinding away on the first floor was something we wanted to do. But that's fine, we'll survive. At least we hopefully will. There we go, we got them. Gotta be careful of traps. I think traps are gonna be what eventually kills me. Already gotta eat the bread. Probably should have sold the ruby. I completely forgot to do that. What the hell? Ah, he's got a dagger. Okay, we got a weird ice creature and a lizard monster with daggers on the second floor. The roguelike elements are becoming more and more prominent as you move on. And I do like, and I must say, I do like that roguelike elements are becoming more of the norm nowadays. Very much so. The randomness kind of adds this kind of layer of necessary skill to kind of think quickly on your feet. Okay, ow. We didn't heal much, but we healed some. We got that. Ah, iron sword. That's gonna be a lot better for us. Okay, let's inventory. Equip. What is it? It doesn't do anything. I would say, yeah, it doesn't do anything. It's as good as the rusted one, which is kind of weird. I would think an iron one might do a little bit more damage or something. Alright, we got one that bad at least. Ah, get out of here. Ah! Move on before we go. Oh! Alright, so we died. So what's going to happen is we're going to get sent back to town. I don't know if we lose any money. Let's take a look. So we have everything that we had before. The question is, do we lose any money? Let's talk to him. Let's sell. Let's sell our rusted sword. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. And we can buy a hunting blade, a short, sharp iron blade, a bandana, a hide cap, a cloth tunic. A lot of good stuff. But more importantly, let's see if we can buy any spells. Book of Blades, Book of Healing. I'm gonna take the Book of Blades. And we'll go buy some bread before we go back in. And this is the idea behind it. You know, kind of make it as far as you can. Then if you end up dying or you make it out alive, you take what you have, you go improve what you have, and you then go for a second try. I mean, that's pretty awesome. It's that whole Metroidvania feel with a nice mix of roguelike. I mean, it plays well, it looks good, it sounds good, and I don't see why you wouldn't be, you wouldn't want to try this game out. At the very least, give the demo a shot. It's right up a lot of people's alley, especially a lot of people who kind of follow me at the very least, seeing that I kind of do this kind of thing quite often. We now know where, I believe the dungeon remains the same for all the normal games. I don't think they change upon death, though. If they did, that'd be actually really, really awesome. I think that would actually enhance the game a lot. I would like that a whole bunch. But it does not seem so. We could probably do that. Oh, I missed. Alright. There we go. So what we want to do is try to get down, I'd say, to the second floor as fast as possible with these new weapons and everything. I don't see that being a problem. What was once a challenge is now just me messing up. And it's something that's going to happen over time, is you're just going to learn to get better at the game as it goes on. You're just going to learn how enemies move, their patterns, how things work. And it looks really good. The inventory system looks great. It's very simple, and it works really well. The equipment is going to be good. One small touch that I actually thoroughly enjoy is that as you equip new gear, it looks like, you know, your character changes with the equipment, and that's one of the things I really kind of miss in some roguelikes, like some simpler ones like The Pit or something like Dungeons of Dreadmore, because I enjoy having the kind of paper doll effect, making it always look like that I'm actually doing better by just wearing equipment that looks better. It's just one of those fun things. It's why World of Warcraft was so fun for me for such a long time, because getting that new gear and wearing that new gear around was always something that I enjoyed kind of showing off, even if it's just to myself. I actually really enjoyed it a lot. Oops, I probably should have swung at him. I thought for some reason he was dead. We can do those. We can do one of those. Having Book of Blades is, I think, really going to be really necessary early on. And I can already see this game being a huge success. I don't know why you wouldn't actually check this game out. I highly suggest it. And then even think about throwing down for the Kickstarter. Again, the Kickstarting link is going to be in the description below. It is definitely worth your time checking it out. The sounds, oh god, the sounds sound super good. The way the game plays is super tight. There's nothing really inherently wrong about it, outside of my initial worries, which I still think might carry over. I don't know why I wouldn't give this a shot. So go check it out, guys. This is called Chasm, and it is a game by Discord Games, and is doing quite well on its Kickstarter so far. Thank you so much for swinging by. Go check this game out, and I'll see you next time.